And welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Metroid Prime. In the last episode, we finished off the Kozo artifacts and Kozo ruins, and we came back to Phazon Mines to start our descent down into the deeper levels of Phazon Mines. And in today's episode, we are finally going to be doing what the hint system has been asking us to do for the past 2 episodes. We're heading down into the depths in order to find out about this unique Phazon detected. And I wanted to make something clear, but before I do that, let's go ahead and blow this up with Power Bomb here to get rid of that. Now, I mentioned that I'm going to be saying this right now because I know I'm going to get a lot of comments saying this sometime in the future. You're probably wondering, Matt, you're at 180 missiles. Well, I just now realized, like, after I recorded the last episode, that I was missing a missile. It was on the wrong number that I needed to be. But, if you guys remembered, I did a quick edit in, I think, 2 episodes ago. I mentioned that I missed a missile. Well, there you go. That was me going back. So now we're back into the number we should be. As soon as you walk into this room, though, you'll notice that there are a bunch of space pirates, and there are some Metroids that are flying around in a force field. If you come over here, you can actually scan this, and this disintegrates the Metroid field. So the Metroids are like, hey, the gate's open. Let's attack them. So now the poor space pirates are going to get eaten by the Metroids. Where's the other space pirate? Oh, that Metroid's going after him. I want to see this. I want to see how this ends. But, one thing about the logbook we said is the Metroids are actually susceptible to cold. If you shoot a ice beam at the Metroid, you can freeze it, and then use a missile to kill it instantly. That's the Metroid's main weakness. Now, in the original Metroid game, it took like 5 missiles to kill those things. And in Prime, it only takes 1 if you freeze them. These Metroids stink at being Metroids. But yeah, you can actually take care of the Metroids like super easy now with the ice beam. But you can also kill them with the charged up plasma beam, and that'll take care of them. Now, in this room here, we couldn't go any farther at this point. We could have visited this room after we got power bombs, but, well, we couldn't have gone any farther than that the first time we got in here. The reason why is because this gigantic pit of Phazon is blocking our path. But with the X-ray visor, we can actually not fall into the Phazon. Ow, ow, don't want to do that. But with the X-ray visor, we can actually jump and see these invisible platforms, and we can jump across the pit here. So now, we can just practically take care of these out of the way like this. Let's go ahead and take care of these Metroids here. See, like a charge beam of the plasma beam will instantly kill them. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Anyways, if we come up here and avoid the Phazon, turn on X-ray visor, we can actually get on another platform here. And if we turn immediately to our left, you'll notice there's more over here. But I can't go further. If you open up your visor, you notice there's a gigantic wall in the way. Let's go ahead and blow it up with a power bomb. Now I'm going to have to use a power bomb again to get rid of this wall right here. As it actually takes a while after you use another if you use one power bomb, it'll take a while for it to use another power bomb. So you just need to keep that in mind. And then if you come down these spiral ball tracks, as soon as you get on them, you can just keep rolling. Turn on X-ray visor again. And then if we can jump up here, we will get rewarded with our exploration with a missile expansion. So now we're sitting at 185 missiles. So now, let me see if I can do this just right. Jump. Shortcut. Nope. I didn't do the ghetto jump right. Anyways, what I was trying to do is I was trying to do a speedrun tactic. I don't know if that is technically the speedrun tactic. I think that's just what normal people do. The speedrun tactic is actually called the ghetto jump. It was something about Prime that not a lot of people know about is Prime was actually kind of a really buggy game if you get to the core of it, because Prime wasn't programmed well too much, because you can still, like, you could Samus could jump on walls that she's not supposed to in this game. Now they fixed it in the trilogy version of this game, but Samus could jump on walls that she's not supposed to. Speedrunners call that move called the ghetto jump. I do believe that's what the term is called. But anyways, let's go ahead and scan this. We have access to Phazon Mines level 3. So let's go on down to the 3rd level of Phazon Mines. Now, I mentioned like the ghetto jump. It really, what you could do is like you could skip segments just by jumping on certain walls that you're not supposed to. It's kind of weird concept when you really think about it. But as you guys can see, there's a door that's blocked here. You couldn't go on any farther without the plasma beam. So you did need both the plasma beam and the X-ray visor in order to explore the Phazon Mines fully. So you needed all that. Now if we come down here and we jump on this platform right here, you guys notice there's a lot of Phazon right here. Underneath that mushroom there is a missile expansion right there. We're gonna have to go into the Phazon. So let's go ahead and try to get it before we take too much damage. Yeah, try to get out, and it's gonna sap my health like tremendously. So be careful when you're in Phazon. You're at this point where it's really not healthy at all. But inside this room, there's a new enemy. This is a Hunter Metroid. This is an adolescent Metroid. Hunter Metroids have a tentacle that'll sap your health. They also, what they do is they ram you. They'll try to, and they'll also get bigger from the looks of things. You can actually kill them with the plasma beam, but you can also kill them with the ice beam. It'll make short work of them. They're really quick, and you know, I mentioned before the ice beam is really slow when you shoot it, so it's probably not the best tactic to use ice. I mean, like, it does take them out like one hit with the combo that I do all the time, but it's really hard to hit them. But as you guys can see, there's a bunch of Hunter Metroids and we killed them all. A little strange fact about the Hunter Metroid is, well, Metroids are susceptible to cold, right? For some ungodly reason, you can find Hunter Metroids. They don't have this in the PAL version, I do believe, and in the trilogy version, I do believe they fixed this. But for some reason, you can find Hunter Metroids in an ice cave. That doesn't make any sense in Phendrana Drifts. It's just weird. But as you guys saw, I needed to use Boost Ball on the platforms because as soon as I got on the platforms disappeared. Now you can come down this way. I would strongly advise against this right now. Mainly because, well, there's Phazon everywhere, and there's an important item down here, but we can't get it just yet because of this fact. We don't have any way of getting there without, you know, dying before we get over there. So let's just avoid this path right now. We don't want certain death right at the moment. Let's go ahead and switch over to not wave beam, but plasma beam. And introduction to one of the most annoying rooms in the game. This room right here, I do not like. Mainly because it's dark, it's hard to see, and the platforming is pretty tricky. It's not really that... what's the best way to describe this? This is kind of really tricky platforming. Mainly with the glider right there, in the middle of the room. I can do everything else, but just not this. And plus there's Phazon in this room, and I don't like Phazon. Now if you come over here underneath this door, you guys can probably see this door right here. If you come over here underneath it, you'll notice there's a circle of mushrooms right here. Blow it up with a power bomb. You could see it with the X-ray visor, so if you needed more indication of where it's at, turn on your X-ray visor. But there's a missile expansion right here. So now we're sitting at 195 missiles. So now, without further ado, let's go back above this room right here and not land on the Phazon. Ow. This is hard to, you know, navigate because you just get sapped with Phazon so much. But let's go in here. I usually turn my thermal visor on at this point because it's just really hard to see. But if we come over here and grab this glider and make our way for this room, I don't really need to be showing this room off because there's no point, but I'm going to show it off just in case you guys are at this point and you need it there's a missile recharge station right here. So if you're using a lot of missiles, this is your chance to restock. So it's good to have this. I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that it's right here. I didn't really need it because I was already at full missiles, but you know, if you're coming into this, you're pretty much, yeah, you get it. Anyways, let's use the glider right here. This part right here is going to be really tricky. I do not like this platforming segment right here. Did I make it? No, I didn't. I landed straight in the Phazon. This segment right here is balls, in my opinion. I do not like this at all because it's just the precision platforming at this point. Let's turn on thermal visor here to kind of see where we're going. And what I usually do is you can actually freeze this glider if you really needed to. You can actually freeze him. If I can try to freeze him. You can actually freeze him and make him stop in one part, like so. You can actually use this grapple beam point right here, and I'm just going to try to land on this mushroom right here. Okay, there we go. This segment right here just, ugh. I hate landing on this mushroom. This mushroom is hard to land on. But anyways, let's go ahead inside the door here. Now in this room, you guys probably can't see it, but there are invisible bombus, pulse bombus here. So let's go ahead and take care of them. They're going to be bombing the place. You're probably wondering why there was so many bombus bombing the place all the time and you couldn't see them. Well, that's because, well, they were just invisible. You needed the X-ray visor in order to see them. But anywho, let's go ahead and open this door with the plasma beam, not the wave beam. Inside this room is our last power trooper. So let's scan this guy for the logbook. This is a plasma trooper, space pirate armed with plasma. So practically, he's weak against the plasma beam. It takes 2 shots, I do believe. Yeah, 2 charge beam shots with the plasma beam to kill him. So there we go. They aren't really that bad. They're not as bad as, like, I want to say wave beam troopers. I think wave beam troopers are honestly the worst out of all of them. They're just really annoying. Power beam, I can take them out with a super missile, and the ice spreader guys, they practically die the same way Metroids die. But plasma beam and the wave beam guys are probably the most annoying because the way you can actually take them out isn't really that convenient in my opinion. But let's go ahead and grab this grapple beam over here, and let's jump over here. Now let's disintegrate this gate right here. Security override granted, or control access granted, or I can't even talk tonight. Did that plasma beam shot really just go through you and didn't even damage you? Well, it doesn't matter. You're dead, Mr. Plasma Trooper. Not gonna drop anything either? Jeez, you suck. Is there another one? That's a wave beam. Let's go ahead and switch over to wave beam real quick. Not plasma beam. Wave beam. There we go. Go ahead and take you guys out. There's another one over here. Go ahead and take him out. There's another one. Go ahead and take you out. Mama said knock you out. Like so. But if we come down here real quick, before we go on any further, let's scan this. There's a logbook entry right here, a pirate data log right here. So this one is really missable. It's the only one in this room, so make sure you grab that. But right here, there's cordite in this ventilation shaft. So let's go ahead and blow it up with a super missile. Boom! And there's a missile expansion right there. So now we're sitting at 200 missiles altogether. So there we go. Now, right in this room right here is, in case you are literally really hurting at this point, which honestly I kind of am, especially since I blew that up like a dummy, there's actually a save room right here. And actually, I'm going to end the episode here. So in the next episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime, we are going to head further down into the Phazon Mines. We're actually like really close to the end. So we're going to find out what that special Phazon is. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.